Hello everyone, this is Katerina and I'll bring you the Lionsgate update and the light language to go with it. And while I was driving, as you know, for those of you who have heard me before, I always tune in if there are any further messages to what I've already downloaded. And the overriding theme is really passion and purpose. And I was asking my guides, what does it on a deeper level entail? And they said the passion we feel in our hearts and our body is going to be so much more ignited than ever before. And as you know, the lion is ruling our heart, and the lion was also standing for power and personal power. So that affects our solar plexus. So for all of you who feel like I'm here on earth, I have a bigger purpose, I'm ready, I'm stepping up, I want to be all that I am, the I am that I am that I am, it also aligns with the sovereignty codes that we are receiving at the moment. That means this Lionsgate portal this year in particular is really giving us the opportunity to step up in a big way, to anchor our passion and purpose. And what they're saying now is many of us have followed our purpose for a long time, but it's been an atrocious journey, a lot of upheaval, and now they're saying, and I feel like they're pouring it out energetically while I speak to you, they're pouring out the energy of fun and lightness to do this as well. So that from a place of passion where you are having that inner drive, that inner fire burning within you, and that fire is also amplified by the rise of the Kundalini energy. For those on a twin flame path, the Kundalini energy is absolutely going through the roof at the moment, for everybody else as well. And the Kundalini energy can come in from both or two ways, from the above, from higher dimensional realms, or from below, from Gaia herself. And I'm somebody, mine has been activated for a long time, but mainly coming from above. And now the below is getting activated. That means the energy from Gaia is streaming in very, very intently. And you may even feel the shift in the land around you, the old ley line frequencies. And I always compare ley lines with the veins in our body. That is a system that goes through Gaia and is nurturing the frequency of the land itself. And now we have the higher crystalline grid that's hovering above, that is also transmuting what is in the land, which was downweighted by whatever else has happened on the earth. So the frequency of the land itself is starting to rise. And those of you who are earth wisdom keepers, you may even feel really drawn to work with Gaia at the moment. You get messages, even clients of mine, they said, you know, Katerina, I'm usually such a strong star being, I'm not so aligned with the planet, but boy, I feel like I need to lie on the ground, walk barefoot, connect with the trees. And I've been giving a really beautiful rock from Gaia in a really highly unusual place. And I feel really that intent behind it, that the above and below now come together and work as one. You know, when our pranic tube is aligned, so we receive the energy from Gaia. For me, that's always an anti-clockwise movement. And then from the above, it's a clockwise movement, and then those two spiraling movements meet in the middle in our heart chakra, activating our solar plexus further, and we are propelled further forward on our path. Jupiter is just in retrograde now, going back to Aquarius, where he has been from mid-March to mid-May. So there may be things that you had ideas about, and then retrograde and all the other stuff happened. I couldn't quite follow it through. So these ideas, thoughts, and opportunities come back around, and you may feel like, oh wow, I feel fired up to do this, that, and the other, new ideas streaming in. And also a strong picture they've given me, people where you felt you may not had any connection with are now stepping forward, and you can see, oh wow, they're on the brink of awakening. They're ready now to connect with people. They are ready to leave the fourth dimension. They're ready to step into 5D. So they're saying, be vigilant and open to people in your surroundings where some may have fallen away. There are new people that may even seek you particularly out because they can sense your higher energy, your resonance, and feel like this person is my ticket to level up and leave that extreme polarity which the fourth dimension is. In the third dimension, we always, all you can experience is what you see and feel and touch. You know, there's no bigger forces, blah, 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 or a very religious kind of perception of it. And there's nothing wrong with any of this. It's just a vibrational consciousness and how that plays out. In the fourth dimension, people can see the lightest light and the darkest dark. It's where the polarity is most amplified. And say on a bad day, you may feel like, oh my God, what's going on? It's so overwhelming. It's so dark. There's never going to be a day out or a way out. And then some other time when you feel really accelerated, you feel like, oh my God, I can see all this potential. And the fourth dimension can be really tricky to navigate, to leave it, because it would like to pull you in further into polarity. This, I'm absolutely for this, I'm totally against the other. And that's also what is playing out, as we all are aware, in the outer realms. And my guides are saying the Lionsgate, the more of us are receiving these passion and purpose codes. They also said, almost forgotten, those who are really fired up with passion and purpose, we are getting a core activation. And I was like, core activation, I know what my core is. And they're saying the essence of your soul, who you are on your deepest, truest level, is now ready to be fired up. And I said in the activation on the Lionsgate that I'm doing on the 8/8 next Sunday, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. UK, and 7 p.m. Central European Time. For all of you who feel called to join, you will receive not only the solar sovereignty codes to really stand in your full truth, in your power. There you will also receive the deep cleanse of your solar plexus, your voice, your crown chakra, they were saying. Then the passion and purpose activation, as well as this core activation. And they're saying with the core activation, you get a deep direct link with your monad, which is your oversoul, the overlighting principle, what you are aligned with. And for those who are already linked with the monad, they are further linked with their multidimensional levels, not just galactically, through all the dimensions. And for some it will even be the ultimate alignment with Source, where the stellar gateway will be extended, expanded. They're saying there's another chakra then for some coming in, activated, and then bringing in also the information from the center of the 22 galaxies. And that also plays in what I've brought in the last time with the connection to the different high councils. So if you're already anchored on your monadic level, you could link with the high councils, you link beyond that, you receive a new chakra and go straight into source frequency. My guide said, Karina, this weekend, check your weather and go to a special sacred site in my area where there's real ancient rock art. And I'm doing a preparation, anchoring those codes in myself, in the ley line system, in the land, like I also did before the new moon activation. And I feel like this ramping up is really, really intense. And they're also saying what I brought in the last time about those twin flame vortices. Some of you may not even be aware you are on a twin flame path, and not everyone on earth is on this path. And there is so much information about twin flames. From my understanding is when two come into ultimate alignment in the Vesica Piscis sign, where you have one circle, another, they join, and then you have that new creation in the middle. And that can be your partner, that can be in a business partnership, in a co-creation, where when you are in perfect alignment, you bring in something greater. And I think it's the saying from Jesus, when two stand in my name together, my energies will come through and it will be absolutely magnified. And that in essence is also my understanding of twin flames. It's somebody, depending on which dimension, if it's the ultimate twin flame that you are aligned with through all dimensions, or if it's a step in, that's somebody who can match your configuration and where that higher energy is allowed to come through. And for those who have that twin flame path where your own energy is kind of doubled and magnified, that will come into your life. You will feel attracted all of a sudden. You may want to read about it. And some are throughout the entire journey on Earth purely connecting on an energetic level. And I said, oh, why is it that some are meant to be physical together, or at least physically are aware of each other, may even meet each other, or are in partnership or a relationship, and some are purely energetic? And they're saying for those who are physical, they anchor and ground that energy more in, and they're paving a way to anchor new relationship templates where there's an expanded soul level accessible, there's more love, deeper unconditional understanding also for those around. And for those who purely are connected in this lifetime energetically, they have different purposes. So they work interdimensionally, they bring other codes and frequencies in where with them not being physically together, they sometimes also need to be anchored in different places on Earth. And all of them are serving their purpose. So don't feel either disheartened that you're like, oh, maybe I'm just on the energetic level, or wow, I'm on the physical level. Really embrace whatever your purpose is. And I just saw on the recording, it's 11:44 when I said that. And that's like a double. It's again the twin flame, the activation, and overlighted by high realms and the angelics. And now let's see what energies are streaming in for us in the light language activation. And I try to make this video shorter than the last one. Let me see. So you may want to take a deep breath, align with your heart. Yuashkikina namasa, yuashkikina namasa, yashkikisa namaha. Yeshkikina namasa, Yeshkikina namasa, Isi kikia namaha, Isi kikia namaha, Siyashkaka namasa, Isi si si si. Kikinasa, Shia nama ishkikinasa, Hiasia nama shina nahaka, Mashia nakaha, Sia kini masa, Mashka isisina, Mashka isisina, Nia kiki isisi na maha, Mia ki isi na maha, Sia, Sia ishk, ishk, ishk kakana, Hiana Masa Shiana Ma Shiana Ma Sia Iana Sia Iana Yeshkakana Sa Yeshkakana Sa Aka 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 Aka, Aka, Aka. Blessed it be, so mote it be, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, I just felt the energy of the tree that, I'm connecting with outside. And he reminded me this is also a time where really old, long-standing patterns are ready for breakthrough. And the way to make that shift, to really be willing to break through those really old, ancient patterns that can be in your system this entire lifetime, back in time, he's saying, align with your passion and purpose, ignite your inner fire. That heart opening that is really, really strong will propel you to align with the highest timeline. And with that, it's also breaking it down. And we are possibly, when we do this, very challenged by people in our lives, circumstances where you feel like, all of a sudden it's all going crazy, what's going on, and people may challenge you more than usual, and that is because that helps to break down those patterns, and you are invited to then even stronger hold your own and stand in your power. So don't feel it's an attack or lower densities. It's more a recalibration that helps you to anchor even more in your own light and breaking those patterns apart. And this really soft, beautiful energy at the end felt for me like an Arcturian consciousness. It was really, really beautiful. It's an activation of your inner alignment, your heart expansion, allowing that softness and that new energy from Gaia to rise through you. The others were with the clicks and tones, deep cleansing of our spinal column. Oh yeah, light body activations are really, really strong, linking us with the above and below. And what else? And they're saying simply enjoy. So you don't always need to understand it. Simply enjoy the energies that were coming through. And I wish you a most benevolent Friday, a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing those of you who resonate with the information next Sunday, the 8/8 at 6 p.m. UK time. And may you have a wonderful time and enjoy this ramping up of energies. Blessed it be, so mote it be. Lots of love to you.